Are you worried that Google's AI overviews are coming for your search traffic? Or is there a way that you can leverage them to beat out your competition? With over 1 billion users about to get access to this game-changing feature by the end of the year, every site owner should pay attention. In this video, we'll reveal the surprising findings from a huge data study on over 100,000 AI overviews. Plus, stick around because we have another study on the evolution of commercial search results since September's helpful content update. Welcome to another edition of our Marketing News Roundup. I'm Mark Webster, co-founder of Authority Hacker and strategic advisor at Marketing Pros. Today's video is brought to you by Search Intelligence. More about them a little bit later. But for now, let's dive into this massive AI overview study. SE Ranking just released a groundbreaking study on AI overviews. Using their platform, they analyze 100,000 keywords across 20 niches in the US to track changes since Google's mid-May rollout of AI overviews. This latest research comes hot on the heels of their initial probe in February, offering fresh and startling revelations about the future of search. The new study has some surprising findings and offers crucial insights into Google's direction with the AI overviews feature. There's a lot to unpack here, but don't worry, we'll share all of the highlights. Let's start with the basics. How many queries are showing AI overviews? Well, SE Ranking found that only 8.71% of searches currently display an AI overview. This is a huge decrease from the beta testing period when 64% of results offered an overview. This dip isn't too surprising considering the enormous public backlash due to inaccurate and potentially harmful answers, which we covered in a previous video. However, this significant decrease is likely temporary. SEO expert Barry Schwartz has noticed more AI overviews for health queries since Google scaled them back. Given the sensitivity of health queries, this rebound could extend to other topics too. On that front, SE Ranking also identified the niches with the highest and lowest percentage of keywords triggering overviews. The relationships niche leads the pack with 26.62% of queries, followed by food and beverage at 24.78% and technology at 18.11%. Conversely, travel, healthcare, legal, news, and politics have less than 1% of keywords triggering overviews. So what type of queries are more likely to show AI overviews? Well, SE Ranking found that the more words there were in a search query, the higher the probability of an AI overview. Single word queries trigger AI overviews in 0.8% of cases, 5-word queries in 11.13%, and 10-word queries in 19.1%. Why is this? Well, probably because longer search queries tend to provide more context for the AI to work with. It's also probably due to the fact that Google is less likely to have a piece of content that exactly matches the query. This lines up with the finding that overviews appear more often for keywords with search volume of 50 or less, as lower volume queries tend to be longer. There's also evidence that AI overviews are providing more sophisticated answers. In the February analysis, the average answer length was 3,485 characters. That has increased by 24% to 4,342 characters. This could be good news if the increased length means more sources are being referenced, though more sophisticated answers may also mean fewer clicks to websites. It could also prevent users from scrolling down to the organic results, as the longer the answer, the longer it will take users to reach the traditional results. On the topic of sources, the study found that 66.8% of queries only had one link in the initial generation. After expanding the AI overview, the most frequently occurring number of post-click source links was 4, down from 8 in the previous analysis. It seems Google is consolidating the number of sources they pull information from. That's great if you're one of the winners being shown, but it's rough for smaller sites. Just another example of how top-heavy Google's becoming. And speaking of clicks, have you clicked the subscribe button yet? Because we report on the most important SEO and marketing news every single week, and 79% of you haven't subscribed and are missing out on some crucial information that could give you a competitive edge. So click the subscribe button now. Back to the news though, and how is Google deciding which sources to use? SE Ranking examined how many answers pull sources from the top 10 organic results. They found that 84.72% of the time, the AI overview pulls from at least one domain in the top 10 organic results. That leaves a 15% chance for sites not appearing in the top 10 to squeeze in. When they broke it down by niche, there were some noticeable differences. News and politics, real estate, and food and beverage had the most overlap, while e-commerce, cars, fashion and beauty had the least. This is a distinct departure from the featured snippet approach, where your site had to rank in the top 5 organic results to be considered for the snippet. And featured snippets themselves aren't disappearing. They often appear just below overviews, showing up 45.39% of the time, and frequently repeating the same information. So which sites are appearing most frequently? The top 10 includes 6 health and wellness websites: Runner's World, Healthline, Run Repeat, WebMD, Very Well Mind, and Men's Health. It also features 2 general high-ranking authority sites, Wikipedia and Forbes, along with 2 social media platforms, YouTube and LinkedIn. Now, interestingly, Reddit or Quora aren't on this list anymore. It seems Google has stopped citing them as much in AI overviews, which is a breath of fresh air given how dominant they are in regular search results and how unreliable some of the information being cited was. This concentration of high authority health sites shows that Google's being very careful about which sites they use for your money or your life YMYL queries. This means that smaller or newer sites will have an even harder time breaking into these niches. And where are the ads in all this? Well, when AI overviews are present, ads appear at the top of the SERP in 48.58% of cases, and at the bottom of the SERP in 28.71% of cases. Shopping ads appeared in 9.51% of cases, and there were no ads present 13.2% of the time. The ads are there, and their presence will probably increase as Google figures things out. It's also clear that Google is getting better at AI overviews. SEO expert Lily Ray has noticed improved sourcing in the last few weeks. Keywords that were previously generating citations from old articles, non-US sites, and sites otherwise lacking authority have seemingly been replaced by more trusted citations. In the example she provides, the AI answer was previously citing L'Oreal India, but that's now citing the US version of the site. And how about tracking your performance on AI overviews? Well, with how widespread these will likely become, it's vital for SEOs to understand their impact as much as possible. And Google's been predictably cagey about whether data will ever appear in Google Search Console. SEO expert Glenn Gabe set out to try and accurately track AI overview performance, and he called his experience a maddening adventure. He mentioned a few problems with tracking overviews. They only trigger for logged in users in the US, and Google's constantly refining how AI overviews work and where they appear. If a query is getting an overview yesterday, it may not be getting one today. He tried to stitch together a bootstrap method using the zip tie tool, but found it subpar at best. The only way we'll get accurate tracking is likely through the Search Console. But don't get your hopes up. Gabe mentioned that even Elizabeth Tucker, the Director of Product Management at Google Search, doesn't have access to a specific AI overview filter or report in her Search Console. And we've got a treat for you SEO nerds today. Not just 1, but 2 studies on visibility in search results. Lily Ray and her team at Amsive Digital just released a compelling study analyzing the impact of recent Google updates on different types of websites. Using the SEO tool Systrix, they analyzed 40 keywords where product review and affiliate sites dominated Google's top positions in May 2023 and compared them to May 2024. The research revealed a significant shift. Affiliate and product review sites have lost a ton of ground to e-commerce and user-generated content or UGC sites for product-oriented keywords. This won't come as a big surprise unless you've been living under a rock for the last 9 months, but the extent of the shift is nonetheless astounding. Consider the query bird feeders. In May 2023, affiliate site Bob Vila held the #1 spot, with other product review sites ranking in positions 5, 6, 7, and 9. Fast forward to May 2024, and these sites are being completely replaced by e-com stores. The keyword laptop saw a similar dramatic shift. In May 2023, affiliate and review sites held positions 4, 7, 9, and 10. By May 2024, e-com sites had taken over all of these spots, with some even appearing twice in the top 10 search results. And the trend continues for many other product keywords. It's also typically huge e-commerce stores topping the rankings. In the 7 examples provided in the write-up, 5 had an Amazon page as the #1 result. When Amazon wasn't #1, other major retailers like Home Depot or Best Buy claimed that top spot. There's been a huge shift towards UGC sites like Reddit and YouTube. The query for toys for 2-year-old boys used to have multiple affiliate sites and no UGC sites. Now there are 0 affiliate sites, 2 Reddit results, and 1 YouTube result mixed in with their e-com stores. Ray also recently reported on another discovery that could have a major impact on the finance niche. Google's testing a credit card carousel feature at the top of the search results for credit card queries. When you click on one of the cards, it redirects you to a knowledge graph search for that card's entity, which is basically another Google search with product pages and ads. Sites that publish roundup reviews for credit cards like NerdWallet or Forbes are probably pretty upset right now. This is another worrying trend for review sites. If Google starts showing carousels for roundup queries that redirect users to product-specific search pages, it'll divert even more search traffic away from affiliate sites. And speaking of worrying trends, Reddit, which is dominating search results with more than 600 million monthly traffic, just released a study that provides crucial insights into how Gen Z is choosing which products to buy. But before we get to that, a quick word from our sponsor, Search Intelligence. They're a digital PR agency that recently landed massive links for their bingo client in top-tier publications like The Sun, DR90, MSN, DR92, and Blackpool Gazette, DR72, and many other news outlets. stats. Here's how they did it. Using Google Keyword Planner, they identified the top 10 most Googled bingo-related search terms in the UK and extracted monthly search volumes across 60 different cities. They then ranked these cities by normalizing the data per 100,000 residents using census information. They sent a detailed report to national and regional journalists with tailored headlines for each region, like Liverpool ranks 4th as the most bingo-obsessed city in the UK. This targeted approach resulted in widespread coverage and valuable backlinks. So if you're looking to enhance your link building efforts with creative digital PR campaigns, head on over to search-intelligence.co.uk. Here's a twist that will surprise absolutely no one. A new report sponsored by Reddit reveals that Gen Z is ditching search engines in favor of, you guessed it, Reddit and other social media platforms for product discovery. In all seriousness, there's some valuable information in here, but just take it with a grain of salt. The report shows a 36% increase since 2018 in Gen Z's use of social media for product discovery. Instead of actively searching for products, they expect brands to pop into their social media feeds. The message is clear. If you're not visible on social media, you're invisible to Gen Z. But social media strategy has to be well thought out. You can't just pay an influencer and expect money to flow in, because Gen Z are skeptical about influencer recommendations. They prefer authentic, community-driven content over posts they perceive as paid promotions. Influencer marketing might be losing its charm, at least with this demographic. The study also highlights widespread dissatisfaction with current search engines. Over 60% of respondents want more trustworthy search results, and nearly half dislike sitting through multiple pages. Gen Z in particular is frustrated by inaccurate information and unreliable reviews. And here's the kicker. The report suggests that Reddit is Gen Z's third most trusted source for product information, trailing only friends and family and review websites, if they can find them, I guess. Apparently, Reddit's community-based specific answer format makes it favorite among young users. Our previous video reported on spammers flooding high-ranking Reddit threads with affiliate links under the guise of honest reviews. So it's hard to take Reddit seriously here. Maybe most people haven't caught on to the spamminess yet. I guess we'll see if tech-savvy Gen Z figures it out. It's time for our debate of the week now, and we want to hear what you think. Will Google expand AI overviews to appear on more search results? Or will overviews become yet another failed project that ends up in the Google graveyard next to Hangouts, Notebook, and 100 other scrapped endeavors? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, you will also like this video.